It's a beautifully, wonderfully auspicious day, and we are a few days away from Side Gig Con 2021 virtual conference. Yes, my name is Tara Jackson, aka Madam Money, and founder of Dualpreneur. And Side Gig Con is brought to you by Dualpreneur. We are so excited. We are days away. It's the 8th today, but it is on the 16th and 17th. That's next weekend. Oh, it's getting closer and closer, and I get more excited. And I'm more excited to share some more speakers with you. I have an awesome session speaker and two keynote speakers that I want to introduce you to. Yes, they are my friends. Yes, I love them the mostest. And why do I love them? Because not only are they beautiful women and they're beautiful friends, but the value that they provide their clients and to the world. And I want to share that just with you. Here is Side Gig Con Live. And this is to teach you what Side Gig Con is. It is a virtual conference. It's an in-person conference in a virtual experience. So whatever you can do in an in-person conference, you can do at Side Gig Con. You can network. You can visit exhibitors virtually. You can communicate with other people privately in a little private chat area. You can also go to breakout sessions and you have a main stage. It is the ultimate virtual experience for learning how to start, build, and grow your side business. So I'm so excited to bring to you the first lady that I would love to bring to you she is a media guru, but this year she is one of the keynote speakers. And I am excited to learn what she is going to share with us on the main stage, none other than Heather Wagenoff. Hey!
Hello! Back again. So excited.
Yes, you are. Last year, you were one of the session speakers, and this year, you are a keynote speaker. And I am so excited to have you as a keynote speaker. You're dynamic anyway. But for everyone, to let everyone see how dynamic you are and bringing you forward to the table, it's just really phenomenal. Thank you so much for participating.
Oh, well, it's my honor. I have a tremendous amount of respect and admiration for you because as we are kindred spirits in the personal finance arena with what we do and what we have been doing. Gosh, it's been almost 10 years now since I think you were on my show the first time. So
wow, it's been that long?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was looking back trying to find the first few episodes so I could pull some things out of there to see, how we've come so far.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I thank you for hanging in there with me. You see my journey. I've seen your journey. So we've been doing this together. You are my sister from another mister. So I appreciate that. Can't wait to go visit you in Arizona when it is cooler. That will be in winter for me.
I'll cut you some slack. You come in the winter.
Right. So Heather, I want you to share with the world who you are, how beautiful and wonderful and magnificent you are, and what is it that you actually do?
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity, truly. So my name is Heather Wagenhals, and I am a best-selling author. I am a professional speaker, but the single most important thing that drives everything that I do is I help people overcome their personal and professional challenges to get out of debt, achieve financial freedom, and live the life of their dreams as they see it right now, because I use my biology-based approach to success to get us there. And this is something that I teach on my television show that's syndicated on iHeartMedia called Unlock Your Wealth. And each and every week we go through my Keys to Riches financial philosophy. Sometimes we pull from the headlines. Sometimes we're talking about just situational awareness. And then I also interview amazing people like yourself with your financial fornication book and so many other interesting people that have gone forth and laid a path for us that we don't have to think about. We don't have to reinvent the wheel when we're trying to create a life that we're proud of. We just have to go forward and follow the paths of others. And it makes it pretty simple. And the reasons why we don't do that is the same reasons why we'll fail at side gigs or anything. And it's what I've kind of discovered and what I look forward to sharing this year.
That's awesome. Which brings me to the fact that you are a keynote speaker. You are the midday motivational keynote speaker. on the 17th, Saturday, for Side GigCon. Can you share a little bit about what you're going to share at Side GigCon this year?
Absolutely. So my whole focus is giving you the way to turn your actions into achievements. Side gigs are a unique challenge, whether it's just to make a little bit of extra money, so that we can help, our entire family survive. Maybe it's just like a hobby that people are interested in, like they're buying your art or jewelry, or maybe it's something that is a side gig now, but it's what you want your career to be. Maybe you want to be in real estate or something exciting like that, from Sabrina Lowry, for example. And, it's a commission only job. So you have to be able to have the understanding, the wherewithal, the education, and the experience to be able to navigate that. And if you've only ever been a salaried employee, that's a little bit of a challenge to be able to make that jump. So that's why side gigs are so valuable. But the challenge is we are all human and life gets in the way. We have decision management challenge because essentially, we're not set up to succeed at anything like, side gigs or regular gigs, for that matter, hobbies, things that we pursue that require constant ongoing learning. Like if you want to refine your golf game and you want to keep getting better over the years. So just all of these things require long-term decision management. And biologically, we're not set up to do that. Like, by our design, we're squirrel chasers. So how do we stay dialed into our side gig? What are some strategies and tactics that we can use once we understand how we operate and respond in the world? How can we capitalize on that knowledge to help us get where we want to go? And I have some really great specific techniques that are going to help individuals just change their paradigm as they look forward to approaching a side gig. Because, you and I know this best. We work so hard each and every day. We give it all we've got. And what would happen if we had to do something in addition to what we're already doing? We have so many demands, not just our career, but that's the one thing that we do the most of. But many of us may be parents. You're certainly siblings, you might have other organizations that you preside over. I know some of our upcoming speakers are running for political office. So there's a lot to manage, and we only have 24 hours in every day, and we get tired and we don't do what we should do or do what we know to do. We do what we've practiced. So I'm going to give all of the attendees at Side Gig these tactics to help keep them engaged, even when they're tired and wore out and they've got their last nerve and the kid is already stepping on it.
Wow, I'm definitely going to need to take notes on that one, especially because of today. But that is absolutely phenomenal. I can't wait for you to help give us those strategies as well as motivate us to turn those actions into what? Achievements. Make them into achievements. I love that. So I'm going to ask you the same question I ask everyone else. Why should people register for Side GigCon?
Well, we're there. I mean, isn't that the most important reason that the two of us are showing up?
Exactly, right?
So think about this. So you need to do something else, right? Like whether it is to manifest your hobby into just a small part-time business, whether it's to help put extra food on the table, or perhaps you want to transition to a career. You're going to go to Side Gig and come away with incredible resources to have people help facilitate that transition or that addition successfully. So I'm talking about how to turn your activities that you do each and every day into worthwhile achievements, because we can wear ourselves out and go nowhere. But I'm just one piece of this huge puzzle. You've got some amazing people that are going to teach about relationships and communication and strategies and different types of side gigs. And so getting that resource from somebody else who's been there and done that and knows what it takes to operate on a full-time basis and help scale it down to give you the specific strategies you need to be successful at side gigs, I mean, why would you go anywhere else?
I agree. So make sure if you want all of that, and I love that you says, because there's a lot of the speakers who are now full-time entrepreneurs that are going to give the strategies that made them successful and tell you how to scale it down as a side gig so you can do the strategies at a smaller scale for a side gig and use those strategies to grow your business. Absolutely. But you can only get that information if you register for Side Gig Con. You can do that at sidegigcon.com. But Heather, before you go, what is one quick tip that you would like to give people right now that has a side gig?
Okay, so in my presentation at Side Gig, I'm going to talk about how we respond in the world to the stimulus that's inside our world, whether it's what we have in our head or what we have out here. And we'll go into detail in that. So you have to come to Side Gig, but I'm going to give you this little tool. When it comes to responding to what's going on, whether it's the crazy thoughts that dominate us every day or people in our environment, we need to carefully consider and be deliberate in our responses, because we can snap and make a decision based on maybe we're perceiving a threat and we can instinctively react. And that doesn't always work unless somebody's actually pummeling you. You don't want to instinctively react to your boss or your partner or anybody. But if we can take just a moment and thoughtfully respond, it can materially change the outcomes that we can do. And if you just take a sip of water, a slow, controlled, single breath will give your brain more resources to overcome that instinctive reaction and allow you to thoughtfully respond. So we're going to take and be deliberate in our responses.
So deliberate in my responses. So you say it's a sip of water. Can I use vodka? No, I'm just kidding. I had to throw that in there.
Right?
It's liquid. I don't know what to tell you, but that's absolutely great. If you want to learn more about Heather Wagenhals, make sure you go to sidegigcon.com. Make sure you click on the speakers, find Heather, look at her profile, connect with her on all of her social medias. Make sure you follow her, Unlock Your Wealth, and listen to her podcast. Absolutely phenomenal. Not just because I was one of the guests, but she has some amazing guests and great content. And you'll be able to hear some of that at Side Gig Con next weekend, the 16th and 17th. Heather, thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you at Side Gig Con.
As always.
She's amazing. So that's why you can see why I love her. She's a wealth of information, especially with that biochemistry stuff. Yeah, that's not my cup of tea, but I'm willing to learn about it to help me make more money. How about you? Right? And so one of the things she talked about was, we're overwhelmed as it is with a side gig, because not only do we have our side gig that we're really trying to work on, but we could have our full-time job. We have family, children, friends, outside community activities, political involvement, all of those things. And to me, balance is bogus. I think balance is absolutely bogus. There's no way that you can balance 20 things at one time. But my next person that I want to bring on, who is beautiful, she has mastered the art of integration, right? Integration is the key. If you only knew how many things she does, but she is willing to integrate those things into each of those things. I didn't think it was possible until I met her. I spoke at her conference and I didn't understand what integration was. And when I learned and I started practicing it, it made life much easier for me on the side gig journey. I want to introduce you to Tamika Isaac Divine. Hello, beautiful.
Oh, hello, my sister. It is so great to be here with you. I'm so proud that you are still doing the doggone thing and you are doing everything flawlessly.
Oh, bless your heart. At least it looks good on social media. How about that? Everything looks good on social media, right? But I am so thankful that you are taking the time to be a keynote speaker at SideGateCon. You were a panelist last year. And so now you are a keynote speaker. And I think it's very important that everyone know that you are absolutely motivating with everything that you do, and you still look as beautiful as you are. You don't look tired at all, even I know we're both exhausted, but you make it look good and you make it look easy. And that's how I know that you're good at what you do. When you can make something look flawless and easy, you're good at what you do, because it's not as easy as people think. But I want the world to know how wonderful and magnificent you are. Please tell us about you and what you do.
Definitely. Well, thank you. First of all, thank you so much, Tara, for having me and for inviting me again to be part of SideGateCon, because it's such an amazing conference. I will tell you that I've participated before. I've been a panelist. I've watched the sessions, and you guys are really in for a treat. But my name is Tamika Isaac Devine. I am a work-life integration strategist and leadership mentor, founder of the Possibilities Institute, where I work with women leaders and working moms to help them with work-life integration strategies so that they can live the life that they desire and the life that they deserve. And I am professionally, I am an attorney. I'm a wife and I'm a mom. I'm an elected official. I am a business owner. And I am also now a candidate for mayor of my city, Columbia, South Carolina. And so in addition to serving currently in a public office, I am running for public office, as well as all the other things that I just mentioned. And so when I talk about work-life integration, I just don't talk about it, I live it. And the reason I started teaching working moms and women leaders about work-life integration is because I knew that we tend to, as women and men, but we as women, we take on so many things. And sometimes we feel overwhelmed by the things that we have to do. But honestly, sometimes we have things that we should be doing that we put aside because we feel like, oh, I have to wait till my children get older, or I have to wait till, I've done this or I've done that. And we put our dreams sometimes on the side while we're waiting to help other people live their dreams. And that is not healthy. And it's not wise, and it's certainly not something that you need to do. And so when I started teaching about work-life integration, it was because people kept coming to me and they're like, well, Tamika, you wear so many hats. How do you do it all? And I realized that I'm very intentional about what I give my time to, but I'm also intentional about how I do things so that I don't have to put my dreams on the back burner or on the side. I mentioned I'm running for mayor of my city. And that's something that most people will say, oh, you have kids. I have a 15-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 4-year-old. And I know most people would say, okay, you have a 4-year-old at home. Why are you running for mayor? And so I think work-life integration is something that all of us can do. So whether you have that side business that you always wanted to start, but you don't feel like you have the time, work-life integration will give you the time and the tools in order to start that business, to grow that business, and really do the things that you need to do to live your dreams.
And I absolutely agree with you. If I had met you when my son was younger, I probably would have been able to integrate my life better, because that was a struggle for me. I worked so much, but I had to spend time with my son, and I'm trying to balance, and it's not balance. It turned in priority. Like, work is priority now, but my son is always priority, but now I can focus on him. But I should have integrated those things. So speaking of that, what are some of the things you're going to share with us as a keynote at SideGateCon this year?
Well, I will be sharing how if you are, running your side business or wanting to start your side business, or you already have a side business and you're going to be about to start another one, and you're trying to figure out, like, how do I do all this stuff and manage it all in a way that is not only productive, but also healthy. I'm going to share with you my favorite work-life integration tips. And I will tell you that one of the keys is by living with intention. Understanding that everything that you need to do is with intention. If God has given you a desire, something in your heart that you want to build this business, or you have this hobby that you're really good at and you're passionate about, but you want to learn how to turn that and monetize that and turn that into a business, but you feel like I can't do that and still be mommy, or I can't do that and still be daddy, or whatever it is. I'm going to help you understand how to prioritize, how to live with intention, how to do tips and strategies that allow you to integrate the things that are important to you. Because when you just deny yourself that opportunity to start that business or grow that business, or deny yourself that having more children, or deny yourself from moving forward in whatever corporate job you might have, because you have these other things, you are denying yourself, and you are not being true to who you really are and who God made you to be. And so I'm going to share with you tips and strategies on how do you bring all those things together that are important to you. How do you do it in an intentional way? How do you navigate expectations and really get to the point where you are able to do all the things that you want to do and not feel overwhelmed by it, or not deny yourself from moving forward on what you want to do?
I love it. I love it. So again, I'm going to ask you what I ask everyone. Why should people register and attend Side Gig Con in your opinion?
Well, I'm going to tell you, first of all, you need to register for Side Gig Con, because I'm going to say one of the things that COVID has taught all of us is that, number one, the life is not promised to anybody, and anything can change in a heartbeat. January 2020, when everybody was like, oh, the year 2020, year of perfect vision, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Okay. March hit and things changed on a drop of a dime. People lost jobs, people lost family members and loved ones. I mean, it really affected us all. And so I think one of the things that COVID has really taught us all is that we can't afford to wait. You can't put your dreams on hold and wait for tomorrow, because we just never know what tomorrow holds. But also what COVID has taught us is the way that we know work has changed. And that if you are going to really truly live a life of financial freedom, build wealth for your family, and be able to actually just live the way you want to, you can't depend on someone else's job. You have to be able to command your own destiny. And Side Gig is going to teach you how to grow that business, how to start that business, how to get to the point where that business might even bring you more income than your 9 to 5. And so I tell you that if you are listening here and you are on the fence, don't be on the fence. Register now. And what you don't want to do is wake up on the 16th and say, okay, I'm going to register now, and realize that you can't get in. So go ahead and register today.
And there it is. Because once the registration is closed, it is closed. Good point. I love it. Absolutely, Tamika. Before you go, what's one quick tip that you can give to anyone who has a side gig right now, and a family and all of that, and feeling overwhelmed and frustrated right now?
So the one tip I would tell somebody is, if you have a side gig and you have other responsibilities, whether it's family responsibilities, community responsibilities, church responsibilities, and you are sitting there figuring out, how do I navigate all this? And you feel like you can't do it all because ... Whatever that ... is, the reason that you're thinking is why you can't do it really should be the reason why you should do it. I tell you, people all the time, I get lots of women, mostly, like I mentioned, I work mainly with women leaders and working moms. And I get people all the time, women who tell me, I can't do this because my children need me. They need me at home. No, what your children really need is to see you living the life that you deserve. That what they need to see you is succeeding in what you set your mind to, because you're teaching them so much by what you show them than what you tell them. And so what I would tell you is, if you have a side business, you can teach your children, your family members, other people in your circle so much by them learning from you and watching you live your dream and build your business.
I absolutely agree with you on that. Let me tell you why. I have a family member that has been watching me do what I do. And the biggest compliment that I've got ever was that family member saying that, I really want to work with you and I want to pay you. Most family members want to get the family discount, the free family discount. But this one family member said, I've seen what you've done. I've seen your receipts. I've seen your clients. I want to be one of your clients and I want to pay you. And so what you do with your business, it teaches other people that it can be done, especially your children, that they can also have a side business, because they're learning from mommy or daddy how to be a business owner. And that's the best legacy, is teaching people how to build legacies, to do that. I absolutely love that. Thank you, Tamika. If you want to learn more about Tamika Isaac Divine, make sure you go to sidegigcon.com. Click on speakers and then find Tamika Isaac Divine, and make sure you follow her on all of her social media. But most importantly, make sure you register for Side GigCon so you can see her in action as a keynote speaker and connect with her to schedule some one-on-one time. Tamika, thank you so much. And also don't forget, vote Tamika Isaac Divine for mayor of Columbia, South Carolina. I'm just saying, I'm biased. Absolutely. Vote.
Thank you. Love you, sis.
Love you too. And I'll see
See you guys at
Side
Side Gig. Yeah.
There you go. I love that my friends are really famous. How about yours? So that is Tamika Isaac Divine, integration specialist and expert. She is a keynote speaker. Now, I need you all to meet the person that keeps me straight, the person that keeps me from going crazy, the person when I said I needed help, the person that just came on and gave me the support and the help I need. I thought I was a solopreneur for many, many years. I stressed myself out trying to do it all myself. And one time when I had to go into the hospital and I could not work, I realized that I needed some support. One time when I had a migraine and I just could not work, I needed support, because if I don't work, I don't eat, as an entrepreneur and even as a dualpreneur, right? So you want to grow your business and you are at a point where you're ready to grow the business, you're going to need some support. So I want to introduce you to my virtual executive assistant, Miss Shayna of Boston. Woo, woo!
Hey there, good people. Hey, Tara.
Hey, honey. Yes, we were on the phone earlier today, and she actually accepts my phone calls and starts working as soon as I start talking. But thank you for keeping my business straight and helping me, have more time to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? When Tamika was talking about that work-life balance, having assistance is a part of that, not work-life balance, work-life integration, having an assistant to be able to help you with some administrative things or other things that need to be done, but you don't necessarily need to do.
Right.
Or allowing you to really focus on revenue generating activities and having the administrative things already taken care of is how you're going to grow and scale your business.
That's
and
right.
So I needed people to, one, you're going to be teaching people when and how to hire a virtual assistant, because when I first wanted to hire a virtual assistant, I didn't know what tasks to give you. I didn't know how to hire a virtual assistant. There was a lot of things I didn't know, and that's what kept me from getting help. But as soon as, I connected with you, we talked about it. It took me a while because I'm a control freak and I like doing everything myself. And so
Who, you?
and so when certain things started happening in my life, when I was in the hospital, I remember that time when I had a massive migraine and I just could not do anything. And so I had to call you. And, that's when I let a lot of things go. Like, this still needs to be done. She was like, well, that's what I'm here for. I was just waiting for you to let it go.
That's it.
And that was the day I let it go. And you've been doing it ever since. Thank you so much. But tell the world how wonderful and amazing you are and what exactly you do.
Well, hello, everybody. Again, my name is Shayna Boston, and I'm also known as the behind-the-scenes queen and handler for Boston First Administrative Management Services. We are a virtual assisting firm who serve and support small business owners and busy professionals with their administrative, mundane tasks. Those tasks that you as entrepreneurs or the CEO, the founder, should not be doing. You should be only working on income-producing tasks. All of those other things are what should be delegated out to your virtual assistant. So that is one of the things that I am doing with Boston First. I am also running for political office in my hometown of Swainsboro, Georgia, to be mayor of Swainsboro, Georgia. So I'm excited about that. But all of these things that I'm doing are heavily connected because they're all business. They're about the business of the people of the city and about the business of the people in this world who have taken the risk and jumped off the cliff to be entrepreneurs. We are who you would hire to be your helpmate. We're like your business wife or your business husbands that's with you along the way, who you trust with your baby, because the business is your baby. So we are those people who you entrust your baby with, who you want to help nurture and grow your business. So we are those people, like Tara said, when you're having a migraine or you're on the side of the road or you need something done, we are those go-to people that you can call on. So Boston First has a lot of legs and arms. We do a lot of things, and we don't find out until we meet these beautiful CEOs and they are complex in the things that they need. But that's what we do at Boston First.
That is so amazing because, you know, a lot of people think that I'm just going to start a business and, you know, it's based on my talent or my service that I can provide. But being an entrepreneur or being a dualpreneur, it has departments just like a corporation, right? And there is an administrative department. And so if you don't have the time to post on social media, follow up with people, schedule or create emails, like you create emails for me, and then all I have to do is edit and then you send them out. Right. And so when you don't have the time or the talent to be able to execute some of the those administrative duties, you should hire someone that can. And that is why I hired Shana Boston in Boston First to assist me with those things. And since I've hired her, I have been more productive because now I can focus on revenue generating activities that's going to make me money, right? Make me real money, right?
Exactly.
So that is awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you're going to teach us at SideGigCon in your session.
Okay, awesome. Yes, in our session, we're going to be talking about how and when to hire a virtual assistant. And not only that, how to ask the questions, when to eliminate, automate, and delegate, or is this task need to be done by yourself? Tara, I added eliminate. Last year, we had just automate, delegate, and do it yourself. But with more research and doing this every day, there's some tasks that you just need to eliminate first before you even get through that process. So we're going to talk about those headers with some questions that will help guide the process, because you can't be in it and own it at the same time. That's what I try to tell my clients, my entrepreneurs, and my busy professionals, is that you have to let go of these tasks. But we need to determine what tasks and what level they fall in. So we'll be discussing those tasks. And then we'll also be discussing, like I said, what kind of virtual assistant are you looking for? What is your budget? What type of skill set are you looking for? There are a lot of people out there calling themselves virtual assistants, but there are levels based on their education and their experiences. So you have to be very streamlined and narrowed down as to what exactly you need help with and what kind of skill set experience does that virtual assistant need to have. So those are the things that we'll be discussing: how to eliminate, automate, delegate, or do it yourself, and what kind of virtual assistant do you need to hire.
Absolutely. I think that's brilliant because, of course, the dualpreneur way is to do it, delegate it, or delete it.
That's right.
And so that falls in line with that, because we can't do everything. We can do everything, but it might make us go crazy. But in order to be productive, especially as a dualpreneur, you need to figure out what you're going to do, what you're going to delegate, and what you're going to delete.
That's right.
And so that is so awesome that you have that elimination factor that's there. I'm so excited just for you to have it. Like, I can't wait to sit in on it and learn something. I think the most important thing is to determine what type of virtual assistant that you want, right? Because I know we're working with Candace, right? Candace specializes in events and throwing events. And so that's her specialty. And you do all my administrative things for my companies that I have, including, SideGigCon as well. And so both of you have very unique and special expertise that can be leveraged. And even though you produce events as well, it's when you understand what you need or what you need assistance with, that's going to help you to identify who the best virtual assistant is for you. So absolutely. So of course, I got to ask you this question, Shana, right? Why should people attend or register for SideGigCon?
The number one reason you should sign up for Side Gig Con is because there is power in showing up. Let me say that again. There is power in showing up. I can't tell you how many times that I've been invited to things and I was supposed to go to things and I didn't want to do it. It was just, I didn't feel like getting up or doing, I felt some sort of anxiety. But when I actually showed up, I was so surprised about the people I met, the opportunities that were presented to me, the networks, the business. You just never know what's going to happen. Not only are you going to learn, you are going to be in the building with these types of people. I mean, so many headliners with a vast of knowledge, vast experience that you will be able to hear firsthand expertise from. Not only that, you have the opportunity to go in private rooms and have a one-on-one. You'll even get a chance to shoot your shot. If you're anything like me and there's somebody at this conference that you wanted to meet, it's time to shoot your shot. It is time to shoot your shot. And as a dualpreneur, the other thing that I would say is don't give up. Don't give up, because when you show up, things happen. So if you are on the fence or if you have not decided, do it now. Register for sidegigcon.com right now, because there is something that's going to happen because you made the decision to show up.
I absolutely agree, because the universe treats people different that take action.
Yeah.
Right? If you just take that first step, the universe perpetuates things in motion for those people that take action. And I absolutely agree, because I'm an introvert. And so my first instinct when people invite me to go somewhere is to say, nah, I can't do it because I don't want to get out of my bed. Right.
Right.
But it's when I get up and I go and I meet somebody or I connect with someone that could be potentially a new client or refer me to a new client or, partner in a new opportunity. It's always when I make the intention on going and showing up is when the universe shifts and causes great things to happen, versus if I just lay in the bed and say, no, there's been opportunities I missed by not registering for other conferences because I didn't understand the value. They're charging this. I didn't understand the value. And then after it's gone and I see who was there and I see everyone who was there, I missed that opportunity.
That's right.
To connect and to learn from those things. And so I vowed that I would never, when I feel that there's an opportunity, I'm going to take that opportunity, because by investing in myself is when I start seeing the return on my investment. I love it. Shana, what's one quick tip that you can give other dualpreneurs or entrepreneurs that are watching?
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't stop dreaming. Don't stop jumping off the cliff and taking risks. By showing up to this conference, that is jumping off the cliff. That is showing up. That is making an investment in yourself. Continue to do it. I know it may not seem like it's paying off yet, but just like we were talking about, the laws of attraction, when you put something into action, like faith, your faith in God, you need to have faith in your business as well. Your faith in Him will accelerate your faith in your business because you are working toward that goal. So don't give up. Don't stop dreaming, and don't ever stop showing up.
Amen. Don't stop. Get it. Absolutely. Right. So make sure that you register for SideGigCon. To learn more about Shana Boston, go to sidegigcon.com, click on speakers, find her, and follow her on all of her social media, and definitely connect with her because you need help. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, right? And Shana, thank you so much for showing up and for being a part of SideGigCon. I love you. I'll be calling you probably in a few minutes, and I'll see you at SideGigCon.
Bye, love.
Bye. Okay, y'all. So there's no excuse, for less than $40, you can get access to all of these speakers. You can get connections to the people that you need to connect with, and you can find your tribe. That's the biggest thing right now. You need to find like-minded people that are really into starting a business, growing a business, building a business. You are not the only one out there. Yeah, you can jump off the cliff, but we can tell you how to do it so you don't crash and burn, and you don't have to do it by yourself. We are here to support you and help you. So make sure you register for SideGigCon at sidegigcon.com. Registration is still open. We look forward to seeing you. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. And make sure I see you there at SideGigCon 2021.